You ever read a horror story, just a short one, that gets under your skin and just stays there? Well, today we're going to tear one of those apart. We're going to look at a masterclass in modern digital horror and figure out exactly how it takes something we use every day and makes it absolutely terrifying. Right out of the gate, the story is talking directly to you. It's setting the scene, but not for a character in a book. For you, right now. It's telling you to get comfortable, to isolate yourself with the very device you're probably reading this on. From the very first sentence, it's not just a story, it's an experience. So, every good scare needs a setup, right? A moment of normal before things get weird. In this story, that normal is a simple, predictable tech glitch. Something we've all experienced. But make no mistake, this isn't random. It's the first step of a very well-laid trap. There's actually a name for this technique. It's called the lulling effect. The story is literally rocking you into a false sense of security. It creates a rhythm, a pattern that feels safe, precisely so that when that pattern finally breaks, the shock is 100 times more effective. And you can see it play out perfectly. Night 1, it's just an annoying buzz. Night 2, it's a weird coincidence. By night 3, okay, it's a definite pattern. But look at night 4. This is the crucial part. Mara is awake at 2:16. She's waiting for it. This simple annoyance has now become a source of dread. The glitch is now a ritual. So the lulling is over. The fear was never really about the vibration itself, was it? No, it was about the anticipation, waiting for the moment when that pattern would finally and terrifyingly change. And here we go. The pattern breaks. This is the exact moment the story shifts gears, going from a random tech problem to something chillingly personal. And there it is. 5 simple words that just change everything. This isn't a random glitch anymore. No way. This is an observer. It knows what she's doing. In her own locked room, in the dead of night. It's not just a buzz, it's watching. This is the pivot for the entire story. What we thought was random is now clearly deliberate. What was impersonal is now deeply observational. And what was just, a little annoying has just revealed itself to be something truly malevolent. So Mara does what any of us would do. She tries to get control, to figure out what's going on. But the response she gets, "You're not supposed to look yet." That's not an answer. That's a command. The power dynamic is set right then and there. This thing is in charge, and Mara is just a player in its game. Okay, so the entity has established control. How does it push its advantage? Well, it takes the one thing Mara is holding on to, her phone, her light, her connection to the world, and it turns it into a weapon against her. I mean, this is a complete violation, right? Her phone is no longer her own. It's been hijacked. It is now the monster's window into her world, forcing her to see exactly what it wants her to see. That last little bit of control she had, it's gone. There's a perfect name for this: technology betrayal. And it's such a powerful horror trope for us today because it plays on our very real anxieties. We trust these devices with everything. This story taps directly into that fear of what happens when that trust is broken, when our own tech is used to trap us. So, the trap is set. The weapon's been revealed. Now it's time to actually show us the monster. But instead of some cheap jump scare, the story does something much, much smarter. It builds the image piece by horrifying piece. Let's just go through this. Tall, too tall. Right away, something's wrong with his proportions. Head bent sideways to fit. This thing does not belong in our world. It's contorting itself just to exist in her room. And then that smile, a black hollow that went too deep. Each little detail is another unsettling brushstroke. See, the story never gives you the full picture. It just gives you this horrifying sketch. And that forces your imagination to do the rest of the work. We become co-creators of our own nightmare, filling in the blanks with whatever scares us the most. And that's why it is so darn effective. The creature is on the screen, a terrifying image, but it's still trapped behind glass. The story's real climax comes when it shatters that final barrier between the digital world and our physical one. The entity gives her permission. It's toying with her, just savoring the moment. It's a chilling invitation to the final, awful confirmation. And we're holding our breath right there with Mara, just waiting. And here's the gut punch. She doesn't need to turn around. But why? How could she possibly know what's behind her without looking? Because she saw it. in the dark reflection of her own phone screen. This is what it's all been leading to: the invasion of a safe space. The monster has crossed over. It's not just on the phone anymore. It's in the room. It's right behind her. There is nowhere left to run. And just when you think the story is over, that you're safe, it delivers the final blow. The narration shifts. It's no longer about Mara's phone on her nightstand. Listen again. It says your nightstand. The threat has just been passed from her to you. And that's the story's final brilliant trick. It completely shatters that fourth wall. The horror is no longer something you just read about. It's now a possibility handed directly to you. It leaves you there, alone in the dark, with one lingering and absolutely terrifying question.